Is that light shining in our eyes? It's not shining in our eyes anymore. Cosmos Kramer. Billy Goat. Where kids will play, but kids are dicks. Kramer. Bringing on the Ram. Oscillation, orientation, constellation, movement of Orion. Ryan. The rinds and levels of the onion. You can take the onion, cut off the two ends, and pull out pieces, but you can only pull out pieces forward or backwards according to size. If a piece is larger than the one in front can be pulled out first before the other piece can be pulled out, or you pull the backs off. But each one, if had little layers of skin in between, separating each one for its own personal growth, because that is its growth. Yes, you become fearless. The cosmos, right? What costs, okay, is a terminology that is used in science. I don't know where it is, but if you find out where it is, you'll know a little bit more. It'll be COS and MOS, MOS, or the sum of. But what if you say what cost most? Meaning what costs more has a higher number than it, and therefore it'll have a different reflective number into the worlds that we come into. The Orion belt. Orion brought out with the letters, I'm trying to find these letters in Orion, okay? The Wizard of Oz in Orion. 102, in fact, it's 012102 Orion. Because I always put that Z as the 2 letter. It's almost like, you ever see the beak of a bird? It goes like this, then it goes into its mouth. That's like number 2. Number 2 is maybe talking the spirit becomes creation. The sound of the goose honking overhead. Have you ever thought how the geese move? But let's get back to the constellation. But then we're going to talk about the goose. The goose that laid the golden egg. Inside of Orion, what I'm going to do is a different kind of what I call the binary Fibonacci sequence. And in this sequence is what I do is I do an ABC rotation. Here is B, okay? Here is 0. I may have to switch all zeros for 3 value. 0 is the 15th letter. As the 15th letter, all these values over here, okay, we'll get a value, and I'm going to give it to them. In this area where you will see all zeros and ones, okay, inside binary, I'm not going to use the Fibonacci yet, because the Fibonacci is like coming out of, you go around, you come out of the center, if you want to look at it that way, and you go all the way around to here, and then you live life all here. Then you go back to the center, and in the center it's a funnel, the V in the funnel, the 55 passing, the V in the funnel. The X is the crossroads, creating the 40 world, although X is the 24th letter, 10 in Roman numerals. Get 4 10s in a row, you have 40, right? Wrong. You end up with 30, 50, 30, 60, 70, 80, you end up with 90. 4 strikes in a row, and every other one is 0, you end up with 90. But if every other one was 0 and all zeros equal to 15, the next 6 boxes plus 2 because of the extra in the frame, right? 6 plus 2, remember 1, 2, 3, 4 equals to 10. If you multiply it, it is 24. 24 and 10, 34. 34 DC. 34 is the opposite, the same as 1 and 6. So here, when you get the letter N is in the first grade. I don't know why I put 2. It's in the first grade. So I'm going to have to make a slight correction. It's in the first grade. Okay, now this one's in the 0 grade, first grade. Oh, I did it for a different reason. I did those numbers, so I'm going to leave them the way they are. Okay, I did it because of the lookalike reflection when it's when this says 102 and the R is created by a 1 and a 2, and then the I is a 1, the 0, and this is the 2 again. So the real formation of this, if this was a 2, I would go binary second level 2, which is I and I, because to create a letter of 2, okay, we're going to have to use to create a letter of 1. To create the letter of 1 or none means I have to be below 9, and I will create the letter of none, giving this the none value, okay? giving this binary code 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, okay, 1, 4, and 16, meaning area space binary Orion. In the first level, you have 2, so you have I and I, 18 plus 2 equals to 20. You have 20. Since it's 20, it's 2 plus 18. You have 1 times 18 equals to 18 because it's in the first section of 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. So you have the numbers where you're going to be valued at. I'm going to have to stop this for a second. Here is the numeric value. Everyone is 1 over here. In order to get 2, okay, you would have to get the letter S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Those would all be 2. They'll all value at 18 because in order to get back to the single digit Pythagorean from numbers, that is their separation. But we have to understand the ABC verdict. The ABC verdict is 1, 2, 3. The reverse of 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3 is 9, 8, 7. The reverse is 9, 8, 7. This would be 98. This would be 89. And this would be 70, equaling to 10, 10, 10, right? Right? Equaling to 10, 10, 10. So in between that, the half-life, or the in-between life, is 4, 5, and 6. Remember, if you're going to go up to a deck of cards, and you want to look at a card, and you say that is not equal, I'm going to try to pick the, I'm going to just show you, I'm going to pick the 9 card. And when I take the 9 card, I put it this way, right? Because this is what's equal to the top side and to the bottom side. So we're not going to go length. We're going to go width and say it's all equal. The passing side is this side here. So you'll have 7 by what? What is here? 1 to here, 1 to here, 7 by 2. But 2 equals 3 because we have to count the barrier between us. 2 equals 3 because of the separation. Everything gets shrunk in size. 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 its value. Do you follow what I'm saying? Now you have the hockey rink. In the hockey rink, when you play a game, you split it this way. One team sits on this side, one team sits on this side, one team goals on this side or the end zone, the other this side. You see the way we created the I and the H, understanding that H is 2 sides, CC. CC is each side, each team separation, one C going to this C, the other crossing to this C. One side of I and I is C and C. Bowen C. There's other things. So do you understand the binary theoretics in here? If it was 2, it would be, but the reverse of the alphabet would make Z, Y, X, W, V, U, S, T, S would make all these a single digit if it was the reverse. Okay, so the only letters there would be no letters missing. So all these in the reverse, okay, would only be 1s, and all this in the reverse would only be 1s of each other. That'll be 1, 1, 7. This will be this will be 1, 7. This will be 1, 1. This would be number 1. Okay, altogether. So it would be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They'd all be zeros because A through I is all zeros. So now this whole part over here plus A through I would be all zeros. You'd only start with the 1s when you start to J. And that's why binary, okay, will end up all with 1s and zeros, showing me that anything that's 0 is this. So if the 0 equals 8, 0 equals 7, so it'd be 0, 8. So now it's a whole new understanding. 8 and 7 are the reverse of A and B. So now we have Z equaling to A, Y equaling to B. They'll both be 0, 0, double 0, including both of them. After that, once you get into the middle section, once you get to K, okay, not even K, because K is 2. K in the reality gets reduced to 2. 11th letter, 1 and 1 is 2, although it's 1 times 9, okay, plus 2 equals to 11. There's a whole big game that I have to play in here. So just to show you how hard it is myself, and then understanding the cross. 2 across, 2 down. 2 across, 3 down. Why? Because the 1 in the cross and this over here. You understand that this area over here, right? You see there's 3. 3 by 3 ends up over here. 3 by 3 ends up over here. They're all sharing this box over here. They're all sharing this box over here. The only box that they're not sharing is this box over here. They're not sharing that box. So therefore, they're not sharing any of this. 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 So this is 3. These are all 3s, okay? But the minute you get to the third one, okay, you fall into the next section. So this here, although it's inside of here, you see I need 3 by 3 is 9. 9, every one of these will end up in this other house. And this will end up in this house. And this will end up in this house. And this will, so this house will be an angle, alpha, beta, gamma. Gamma, they're all gammas. Otherwise, this is on the cross. This is you come out into the game, you turn around into binary or Fibonacci, and you end up over here. So you end up between here and here. And now you end up between here and here. How do you design your house? How do you design your house? Is it designed from here, or do we extend it one more and we design it from here? And then you go all the way down this area over here, all the way down here. All the way down here. And this is your area house. So, and you open up to here, and then what is the balance of Fibonacci or binary? Well, when you're going round and round and round and round, it's pretty simple. Okay, binary is 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, right? And then it's 64, okay? And then it's 128. 1, 2, alpha, beta, we've started over again. But we don't go back to this area here. What happens to this is it becomes 10, all zeros equals 6 becomes 16. And then these two play with each other. 32 degrees is the freezing point. 16 and 16 become 76, become 42. 42, 9 lives of the cat, 9 to 5 in is our last video, and 13, making it 55 and 29. The birth pass equaling to 18 and 11, okay, equaling to 25 Earth and 10 life clock, equaling to 16 will equal to 27 when a big red sun in the DC world, 70 creation of zeros equaling 6, the spirit is 76. 79 is the gateway to the birth. 7 by 9 is 63, which is 9 times 7. Or, at the same time, it's 4 by 9. And that's your birth inside of Mars. Your birth of Uranus. Maybe it's the backdoor birth. Then we have to understand Greek. Imagine if this was the top format. We see the whole form because it's the top format. Raphael, I went deep enough into this. I'm assuming I'm deep enough into this. I was watching the thing on articulation and language where sound come out and how sounds are different. We understand this, the reverse of this. There's definitely more to do, but when I'm doing a video, I should take my time and explain it more, what's it called, but I need to open the mind. I need you to just think about it without getting the direct hit, and maybe because I can't explain it good enough. This is the 24th letter, X. C and X come together for creation. The other thing I wanted to show just very quick, Cro-Magnon, PI, row game number pi, phi binary, Fibonacci, 4D, 8D, 3D. What's after 4D, 8D? It's 3D, 4, 8, 12. So it becomes 3D from 4D when inside a creation, because that's what it shows here. Instead of taking the piano A through G, I go A through D, A through D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But it really shouldn't be this way. It should be 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2. And the reason for this is because This day over here is 366 days. And when you have 5 hours times 60 minutes equals 300, that equals to actually 366 when all zeros equal 6. 636 creation. And this all stems out from the moons of Jupiter. Here you have 7, right? The next one, you'll have 20. So you now have 7-2, winter red sun on both sides. 7-3, 7-2. This will become 7-8, and now you have the gateway. Zeros equal 6, 26. 16 and 26, 10, your gateway. 12, 10, and 8 all reflect each other. 8 o'clock in the morning is 2000 hours at night. 8 and 12 is 2 times 6. 2 plus 6 equals to the 12. This will be equal to 3, and that's your creation. A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D. Bees buzz, 22. 55, 22. I think I have one more page I wanted to show. Oh, yes, I'm going to do this after. I have to finish definitely this page. Definitely this page. Raphael, 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for your moment in time.